When planning a trip to the United States, not knowing where to start can take a lot of work because there is so much to see. Some world-class cities are known for their history, while others are known for their fun or glamour. This gives tourists a wide range of places to visit. The best places to visit in the U.S. might depend on what you like to do. We'll talk about the best places to visit in the U.S. today. 25. The Grand Canyon National Park. The canyon cannot even be accurately described using the term grand. This gigantic canyon in northern Arizona is one of the wonders of nature. Its length is approximately 277 river miles, its width can reach up to 18 miles, and its depth is 1 mile. For over 6 million years, this tremendous river has been responsible for shaping the landscape. Visitors have traveled from all corners of the globe to take in the splendor of its fiery red and orange hues. 24. YOSEMITE National Park. YOSEMITE National Park preserves some of California's most breathtaking natural scenery over its roughly 1,200 square mile expanse. It is the ideal location for embarking on the journey of a lifetime, whether hiking, backcountry skiing, or skiing in one of the most stunningly gorgeous areas on the planet. There are cliff walls, towering waterfalls, and ancient sequoia trees, and some of the country's most distinctive rock formations can be found here. However, despite YOSEMITE National Park's huge size, most tourist activity occurs inside an area of YOSEMITE Valley that is only 8 square miles. 23. The Yellowstone National Park. Wonder and complication coexist at Yellowstone National Park. Both civilization and the natural world can be found coexisting in the core of the greater Yellowstone ecosystem. Yellowstone National Park is a haven for people who enjoy being outdoors since it features breathtaking mountains and clear lakes. There are steaming geysers, green wood that wind through broad meadows, and water pools churning around hot springs. In addition, there are pools of water that are surrounded by expansive meadows. The park is very breathtaking. While hiking through the more than 3,000 square miles of mountains, canyons, geysers, and waterfalls, you should look for buffalo, elk, and even grizzlies along the paths. 22. Maui. Maui is the second largest island in Hawaii, and many people who vacation in Hawaii choose to stay on Maui because it allows them to experience a little bit of everything the state of Hawaii has to offer, from the incredible wildlife to the intriguing history. Hawaii is an island full of activities such as snorkeling with 5 different varieties of sea turtles, golfing on coastal fairways, ziplining, and just resting on some of the nicest beaches. 21. Glacier National Park. Explore the untouched landscapes of Glacier National Park, including its woods, meadows, mountains, and lakes. With almost 700 miles of trails, Glacier National Park is a sanctuary for hikers and other visitors who seek the outdoors and isolation. You will feel you have traveled back when you visit the old chalets and lodges along the Going to the Sun Road. It is known as the crown of the continent because of the astounding variety of natural beauty that can be seen there. 20. The City of New York. New York City is made up of 5 distinct boroughs, and its location is where the Hudson River and the Atlantic Ocean meet. The borough of Manhattan in New York City is one of the most densely populated areas in the world. It is also one of the most important commercial, financial, and cultural centers. There are several tall buildings in New York City, such as the Empire State Building and Central Park. The bright neon lights and Broadway plays can be found in Times Square. 19. San Francisco. Those who appreciate cutting-edge art, inventive cuisine, and a spirit of exploration are certain to be drawn to the vibrant neighborhoods and breathtaking views that San Francisco has to offer. The city offers a diverse selection of nightlife activities in addition to its jaw-dropping scenery, excellent cuisine, and quaint cafes. In this metropolis, there is never a moment that lacks excitement. Enjoy the sunshine on the bay, stroll around the marina, or get a bird's-eye perspective of the city from Twin Peaks. Take a trip on a cable car or go on a boat excursion that takes you beneath the Golden Gate Bridge for a memorable and authentic San Francisco experience. 18. The Louisiana city of New Orleans. The city is well known for its stunning examples of European architecture, its delectable examples of Creole food, and its lively atmosphere. Jazz, blues, rock and roll, and even Zydeco music may be heard playing across the city. Music is the city's defining characteristic. Mardi Gras is the primary attraction for many people, as it combines the revelry, music, floats, and masks of Carnival's distinctive characteristics into a single event. 17. Zion National Park. Zion National Park, located in the southwestern corner of Utah and gets its name from the Hebrew word for refuge, is no longer the peaceful haven it used to be. More than 4 million people visit the park each year, making it one of the most popular destinations in the United States. It's almost as if tourists have discovered a hidden gem, since they can't get enough of the apricot-colored Zion Canyon, which they can witness by navigating through the canyon's Virgin River or climbing Angel's Landing. 16. Honolulu, Oahu. Oahu is the only island in Hawaii that combines cosmopolitan elegance with breathtaking scenery in a way unmatched by any other island. The island's urban appeal is best exemplified by the island's capital city, Honolulu. You'll find a variety of cultural and historical attractions at the Pearl Harbor National Memorial, from the opulent Iolani Palace to the austere U.S. Arizona Memorial. The surrounding district of Waikiki features a skyline dominated by high-rises and resorts, which starkly contrast the expansive beaches covered in white sand. Travel to Hawaii's North Shore to taste the Aloha State's more rustic side. 15. Washington, D.C. The capital of the country has a lot to offer. Visit famous places like the Lincoln Memorial and the Washington Monument to fill your days. Also, there are a lot of Smithsonian museums in the city, so you can find things to do on hot or rainy days. When the weather is favorable, you should go to Rock Creek Park and the United States National Arboretum. Walking along the water is a nice way to spend an afternoon in Georgetown. And don't forget to check out the U Street and H Street corridors, which are full of restaurants and bars. 14. Grand Canyon. Plan a trip to Grand Canyon National Park to see some of the most beautiful sights in the United States. The 277-mile-long canyon is carved by the Colorado River, which makes it a popular place for whitewater rafting. Arizona Park is also a great place to go hiking. The Bright Angel and North Kaibab trails are both beautiful. Another great way to see this impressive natural wonder is on tour by helicopter. No matter how you spend your time in the Grand Canyon, the tall rock formations and wide views will make you feel very small. 13. Yellowstone. The first national park in the United States has more than 900 miles of hiking trails and a lot of things for nature lovers to see and do, like steaming geysers and bubbling hot springs. Also, animal lovers will enjoy learning about local wildlife at the Grizzly and Wolf Discovery Center. If you'd rather look for animals in the park, you can drive through the Hayden and Lamar valleys for a few hours. These valleys are in parts of Wyoming, Montana, and Idaho. Bison, wolves, and grizzly bears that live in Yellowstone National Park like to hang out in both spots. 12. Miami. In this South Florida city, you can see how different cultures mix. Get a Frita, a Cuban-style hamburger, in Little Havana, and then dance the night away in one of the city's many clubs. If you don't like going to clubs, don't worry. Miami has many museums with exhibits about the city's unique art, history, and culture. The Paris Art Museum Miami and the Bass are two of the most popular with tourists. Plus, the famous sands of Miami Beach are close to the city. 11. Seattle. Even though Seattle is known for having rainy weather all the time, this city in the Pacific Northwest has a lot to offer tourists. First of all, get a cup of coffee. Seattle is the center of this popular drink, and the world headquarters of Starbucks is there. After your fill of coffee, take in the city's laid-back vibe. Spend time meeting locals and tourists at Pike Place Market, then head to Discovery Park to walk the trails and see West Point Lighthouse. Or check out the Seattle art scene at the Seattle Art Museum, the Chigouli Garden and Glass, and the Olympic Sculpture Park. 10. Savannah. Savannah is one of the best places to visit in the South because of its old-world charm, delicious food, and many historical sites. There are restaurants in this Georgia city that serve both fried green tomatoes and biscuits and gravy. Also, there are no rules about open containers in Savannah, so you can take a drink and sip it as you walk around the historic district. When you're not walking under the Spanish moss-covered oak trees in Forsyth Park's 30-acre area, you can take a trolley or ghost tour to learn more about the city's history. 9. Aspen. This high-end mountain town in Colorado has world-famous ski slopes, high-end shops, trendy restaurants, and a place to see and be seen. Aspen Snowmass has both downhill and cross-country skiing trails. Most people come to Colorado to ski, but they can also spend their vacations hiking up the beautiful twin peaks of the Maroon Bells or exploring the 20-mile Independence Pass by car or bike. Get on Aspen's gondola before you leave to see beautiful views of the mountains. 8. Big Sur. Even though this California coastline isn't good for swimming, Big Sur is the place for Instagram-worthy photos. Julia Pfeiffer Burns State Park and Pfeiffer Beach have some of the best views of the jagged rocks and turquoise water. Sand Dollar Beach is a good place to relax. In the meantime, hikers can explore the trails all over the 4,800-acre Andrew Malera State Park. People passing through Big Sur will want to stop by the historic Bixby Bridge to take a quick picture of the scenery. 7. The Key West. Key West is the island in the Florida Keys, the southernmost point of the United States. It has everything you would expect from an island in the Florida Keys. People like to relax on the beach and go deep-sea fishing. They also like to snorkel, kayak, and sail. But Key West has more to offer than just a pretty coast. There are a lot of interesting parks, homes, and cemeteries here for people interested in history. The people, restaurants, and bars on Key West's busy Duval Street are different. 6. The City of New Orleans. Few American cities have cultures as different from each other as the Big Easy. New Orleans has its style because it has elements from the Caribbean, Europe, and other places. Music fans come here to enjoy the city's rich jazz, blues, and rock and roll scenes, and history buffs like the National World War II Museum and the New Orleans African American Museum. People who like to eat can eat gumbo, bayonets, and po' boys between visits to sites. After eating something good, you can check out the nightlife on Bourbon Street or sign up for an evening ghost tour. 5. Kauai. Kauai and OAHU have a good mix of beach and city environments. And since the weather is nice all year, there is no bad time to go to this Hawaiian paradise. Waikiki Beach promises fun, but you should know that many tourists might meet you. For more space, go to places like Waimanalo Bay Beach Park and Kalama Park, which are farther away from other people. Before you leave, visit naval sites in Honolulu, like the Pearl Harbor National Memorial and the Battleship Missouri Memorial. 4. City of New York. The Big Apple is known for its rich cultural scene and has so many things to do that most of its U.S. peers can't compare. Whether you spend the day looking at art at the Metropolitan Museum of Art, seeing a show on Broadway, or trying the city's famous pizza, you probably won't get bored here. Think about taking a walking tour to see different parts of the city or a food tour to try all the delicious food. When you want to get away from the city's busy streets and tall buildings, you can go to Central Park or the artsy High Line. 3. San Francisco. Many ethnic groups and social movements have shaped the culture of San Francisco. The best way to see what the city by the bay is to walk or ride a cable car through its neighborhoods. Some shops and restaurants serve almost every food, from the Mission District to the Castro. Lay a picnic blanket in Mission Dolores Park and look at the city, or take a quick boat ride to Alcatraz Island to learn about its history. Just make sure to wear comfortable walking shoes and come ready for the steep hills. 2. Lake Tahoe. The largest alpine lake in North America is known for its beautiful clear water, which draws active travelers all year. Skiers and snowboarders flock to Lake Tahoe's many resorts In the winter to hit the slopes. In the summer, you can go hiking, take scenic drives, and do things on the lake, like kayaking and boating. There are also a lot of golf courses nearby for people who want to get better at the game. For a unique vacation, you can walk one of the beer trails in California and Nevada, or book a hot air balloon tour to see the beautiful area from above. 1. MOAB. Because MOAB is in the eastern part of Utah, it is easy for tourists to visit not just one but two national parks, Arches and Canyonlands. When you're not looking at the strange red rock formations in the parks, you can wander around downtown MOAB, which has a lot of cute cafes, shops, and food trucks, or sign up for a rafting trip on the Colorado River. MOAB is a fun place to go mountain biking, take a Jeep tour, or even cross-country ski or snowshoe. Also, the town gets less than 10 inches of rain a year, so it's a great place for outdoor activities. This is it for today. Please share your thoughts on our video below. Don't forget to thumbs up and share our video. Please check out our channel and subscribe if you like what you see. We thank you for tuning in. We'll see you all in the next clip.